AITHA for dressing too straight and making my GF uncomfortable. I, F21, have been dating my GF, F24, for 4 months. We've known each other about a year. She's the girl I've ever dated or been with in that manner. And I think that this has caused a lot of issues for her. Since the beginning, she has always commented that my clothes, the way I look, and my hair make me look like a straight girl. She's never said this in a rude way, just more of an observing way with some undertones to it. I've always told her that if my style or way I look bothers her, I'm more than likely not going to change it. But she says it all the time. Every time I wear something feminine, which is almost every day, every time she is close enough to touch my hair, she tells me, "Long blonde hair is so straight." One time I liked a video of 2 feminine girls who were married on TikTok. The video was then showing their outfits, and my GF got mad and accused me of wanting her to look like them. For context, she leans way more masculine. She has short hair, lots of tattoos and piercings, and even binds her chest sometimes. One time, and I'm going to keep this as PG-13 as possible, during sex she asked me if I wanted penetration. And I said yes, but apparently I said it too enthusiastically, and she accused me of missing dick. Because I've dated men in the past. Finally last night, we had a birthday dinner for a friend. I was wearing a black dress. Really nothing special about it. But when my GF saw she demanded I change, I asked why. She gave me the usual answer. I told her to leave me alone about that, and tried to walk past her to the car. Instead of letting me go, she yanked me back inside by my arms and held my face, demanding that change. I told her no. She told me no one was going to think we were together. Mind you, this is literally all of our fiends, and they already know. I told her as long as she held my hand, I think they'd know. She eventually gave up, but we spent the whole dinner pretty mad at each other. When we got home, she made me prove I liked girls, which just ended up with me in tears. Not because I don't like girls, but because I don't like being forced to prove it. She's still so mad at me, but I just can't fathom that I'm the asshole here. What did I do other than wear what I'm comfortable in? I don't know. I said I'm sorry, but she won't take it. AITHA? Dear friend, read it here. Your situation is undoubtedly tough and emotionally challenging, and it's important to handle it with care and thoughtfulness for both yourself and your girlfriend. Here are some thoughts and advice on what you're going through. Respecting each other's individuality. It's crucial to acknowledge and appreciate each other's unique style and personality. You have every right to express yourself through your clothing and appearance in a way that feels genuine to you. Your girlfriend's comments about your appearance may come from her own insecurities or expectations, but it's important for her to understand that who you are isn't defined by fitting into certain stereotypes. Communication and setting boundaries. Open and honest communication is key in any relationship. It's important to calmly express how her comments make you feel and establish clear boundaries about what behavior is acceptable. Encourage her to share her thoughts and feelings too, so you can better understand each other. Dealing with insecurities. Your girlfriend's behavior might be driven by her own insecurities, especially regarding your past relationships with men. It's important for her to address these feelings in a healthy way, whether through self-reflection or seeking support from the therapist. Supporting each other. A healthy relationship is built on accepting and supporting each other for who you are. Encourage your girlfriend to appreciate and affirm your identity as a queer woman, and remind her that your past doesn't define your present or future. Considering professional help. If the issues persist, seeking guidance from a couples therapist or counselor could be helpful. They can facilitate constructive discussions and provide strategies for resolving conflicts. In conclusion, prioritize your own well-being and assert your boundaries in the relationship. Remember that you deserve a partner who respects and accepts you. Don't hesitate to reach out to trusted friends, family, or professionals for support. Take care and best wishes as you work through this. Now let's listen to some other people's comments. Responsible N7361. Something I didn't see pointed out. She saw the way you dressed and decided to go out with you. I don't know who initiated, but either she asked or she said yes. She saw the way you dress and kept going out with you. She wanted someone who dressed the way you dress, but immediately criticized it. So she wanted something to criticize, to use to talk down to you and belittle you. She could have picked someone who dressed gay, but then she would have had nothing to complain about, nothing to fix. I suspect that a few months after you break up, she will be with another girly lesbian, and over a 6-month period you will watch that girly lesbian shave her head, change her makeup, and get a bunch of piercings and tattoos. Then once your ex makes that girl butch enough, she will dump her and find another girly lesbian to fix. When you see that, be glad it wasn't you, and maybe help that woman pick up the pieces. Scylla of the depths. Real talk. I am a lesbian, and I have seen this a weird amount of times in the lesbian community. There's one notorious woman in the local gay scene who is actually femme, who goes after thinner femmes and, over time, all her GFs eventually turn into very overweight butches who always swear they're happy and then quietly go back to the way they were before dating her, and later admit she was abusive and forced them to change for her. I think it's like a power thing, like she wants to turn these women into the opposite of what she originally found attractive about them, to make sure nobody would ever see what she originally saw in them, and make it harder for them to leave her. The abusive woman did it enough times she wore out her welcome in the gay community where we live and had to move states. But I don't think she's alone in what she does at all. Nabralite. Yeah, this is worrying. I got with my first partner when we were both right around OP's ages mentioned, and my ex-GF also used to give me shit about how I looked straight. They were only jokes, but I still shut that shit down. How ridiculous, you know? There's so many femme lesbians, that shit is not new. Sorry we don't all wear sweatshirts and vaguely androgynous clothes all the time, as if that's the peak of gay fashion. You're the one that's attracted to us, so this is entirely a you problem. If you feel you're dating someone who's not into you, then maybe talk about it like an adult. It's just teasing, I know, but damn, it gets old. Get new jokes. It's not funny if you're the only one laughing. That aside, I am worried for OP. Lesbian partnerships tend to progress faster than others, and that includes the time taken for it to get highly abusive. Her behaviour is inexcusable. She sounds like she's got anger issues. Run while you can, OP. She sounds unstable. Cosmic Wendigo. So she doesn't even accept people that are bi. I've met gay women like this before, and the amount of insecurity they get simply because their partner has been with a man, or even a trans woman, is insane and toxic. It's completely irrational and unreasonable. Also, this woman seems to just hate and mock everything about you. Leave. Leave immediately. She's only going to get worse. Her insecurities and abusive tendencies are only going to escalate. Also, your last part about her making you prove you like girls sounds like she assaulted you. I really hope that's not the case, and I just interrupted this the wrong way. I hope you're okay and you get out of this situation quickly. You'll find a partner who appreciates you for who you are, and this woman is not it. K.A. irony. Look up love bombing. Also, here is a list of warning signs of an abuser. Note how many your girlfriend has. Extreme jealousy, controlling behavior, quick involvement, blames others, hypersensitivity, playful use of force during sex, and verbal abuse. These are just the ones I picked out from your story as written here. I would be surprised if she didn't check a few more boxes. Warning signs. Extreme jealousy. Jealousy is a sign of insecurity and lack of trust, but the abuser will say that it is a sign of love. The abuser will question the victim about who they talk to, accuse them of flirting, or be jealous of time spent with their friends, family, or children. The abuser may refuse to let the victim work or go to school for fear of meeting someone else. The abuser may call the victim frequently or drop by unexpectedly. Controlling behavior. One partner completely rules the relationship and makes the decisions. This includes checking up on the victim, timing a victim when they leave the house, checking the odometer on the car, questioning the victim about where they go. They may also check the victim's cell phone for call history, their email or website history. The abuser may control the finances and tries to tell the victim how to dress, who to talk to, and where to go. Quick involvement. The abuser comes on strong at the beginning of the relationship, pressuring for a commitment and claims love at first sight, or you're the only person I could ever talk to, or I never met anyone like you before. Often, in the beginning of a relationship, the abuser is very charming and romantic and the love is intense. Unrealistic expectations. Abusers expect their partners to meet all their needs and be perfect. They may say things like, "If you love me, then I'm all you need." Isolation. The abuser tries to keep the victim from friends and family by putting down everyone the victim knows, including their family and friends. They may keep the victim from going to work or school. Blames others. The abuser does not take responsibility for their problems, blaming others, usually the victim, for almost everything. You made me mad. Hypersensitivity. An abuser is easily insulted and takes everything as a personal attack and blows things out of proportion. Cruelty to animals or children. The abuser may punish animals brutally or be insensitive to their pain. They may have unfair expectations of children or tease them until they cry. Playful use of force of sex. The abuser may throw or hold their partner down during sex, may pressure their partner into having sex, may demand sex when their partner is tired or ill, or doesn't want to have sex. They may ask the victim to do things they do not want to do. Verbal abuse. The abuser says cruel and harmful things to their victim, degrades them, curses at them, calls them names, or puts down their accomplishments. The abuser tells their victims they are stupid and unable to function without them. They embarrass and put down the victim in front of others as well. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The abuser experiences severe mood swings, and the victim may think the abuser has a mental health problem. One minute they can be charming and sweet, and the next minute they become angry and explosive. Explosiveness and moodiness are typical of people who beat their partners. Past history of battering. The abuser has a history of past battering of partners, and although they may admit to that, they say their previous partner provoked them to do it. A batterer will beat any partner they are with, if the person is with them long enough for the violence to begin. Situational circumstances do not cause a person to have an abusive relationship. Use of violence and threats of violence. Violence can include holding the victim down, restraining them from leaving the room, or pushing, shoving or holding them against a wall. Abusers may also throw or break objects as a punishment, breaking treasured possessions, but throwing or breaking objects mostly used to terrorize the victim into submission. The abuser may break or strike objects near the victim to frighten them. Threats of violence include any threat or physical force meant to control the victim. I'll kill you. I'll break your neck. If you ever leave, I'll kill you. The wordsmith. Yikes. Absolute red flags galore here. NTA. Your current girlfriend is clearly insecure, which is something she needs to work on. But her insecurities are not your job to fix, nor are they a valid reason or excuse for controlling an abusive behavior. If we break this down, if a friend told you that their partner was physically restraining them, demanding changes to style and appearance to better suit them, with no regard to your friend's style or preferences, making constant negative comments about their appearance, controlling their behaviors, making your friend cry during and after moments of intimacy, would you encourage your friend to stay and work it out? Or would you tell them to run for hills? Be a friend to yourself and get out of this toxic and abusive relationship. You deserve better. Milo Hiron. NTA, as a bisexual woman, I would absolutely leave her for that. She clearly has, I fell for a straight girl once, and she left me for a man trauma. She's being so weird about such superficial things. In 2024, don't we know that hyperfeminine women can be lesbians? In 2024, don't we know that many lesbian couples love to use a strap-on do penetration? She seems like she has outdated and oppressive views of how lesbians should look and act like. Also sounds like she is physically and sexually abusive. What a horrible person. Ambrosi Sai. There is no such things as being too girly or too boyish. This is BS. Heterosexuals don't all look the same, gays neither. You are who you are. You wear what the F you want to wear, no matter your sexual orientation. Now, on the matter of your GF's behavior. She is not just controlling, she is abusive. You are in an abusive relationship. She tries to control what you wear. She passes comments on your clothing all the times and wants you to fit in this tiny little box she has in mind for you. She physically pulled you by the arm. That is physical abuse. She restrained you by the face. Again, physical abuse. She wants to make you hers. She wants to own you. She told me no one was going to think we were together. What does you wearing a black dress has anything to do with who you date? And the final nail in the coffin, this. She made me prove I liked girls. What do you mean by she made you prove you liked girls exactly? Did she force you to do things? You are in an abusive relationship. Because yes, women can also be abusive assholes. Leave her. Pristine Mastodon 37. This is super unhealthy. There is no straight look or gay look. Who you sleep with doesn't dictate your hair or clothes. She clearly has some self-esteem issues, but instead of asking for help building herself up, she's trying to knock you down and tell you not to be who you are. A healthy relationship should celebrate and encourage you to be yourself. Stop apologizing to her and start telling her that this isn't okay, and I hope that sentence ends with, so I'm ending our relationship. NTA. AITHA. Somehow I missed that she yanked your arm in my first read-through. You need to end this. She demanded you change who you are and then physically assaulted you for not complying. And this is after 4 months together? She will be hitting you within months if she's already here.